Yes, welcome back to Talking Turf. I hope everybody has had a good weekend. Or is that a stupid question? I'm just getting a picture sent there. They reckon the open bus top parade is happening. Golly, it's happening. You've got 60 seconds. Grab yourself a drink. We're going to have loads to talk about tonight. Focusing solely on Newcastle, but we'll flick through the Premier League results as well. 60 seconds as always. Grab a drink. We'll be back and we'll see you off the bed. Here we go. Yes, welcome back. Are you keeping all right, Gary?
I am all good in the hood where I am today. Where I am now, sorry. I've been rough as a badger.
The thing is tonight, folks, is we'll quickly flick through the Premier League results from the weekend, and then we'll spend a lot of time talking about a historic moment in Newcastle United's history where they've won a trophy. Albeit it's a Carabao Cup, and I know that, like a lot of things has been said and stuff, but it's still a cup, and it's the first one. You broke your duck, so happy days. But we'll start with Everton 1, West Ham 1. Souček scoring for West Ham, and then O'Brien scoring in injury time at the end of the game to secure another point for Everton, mate. Another valuable point, really, because they're sitting on 34 points now, mate. They're 17 points above relegation. If you'd said that before David Moyes had gone in, I think people would have thought you were crazy, but what a job he's done.
Nah, he's just, like we said, he'll stiffen them up a little bit. That's what we said, didn't we, when he was coming in. And that's exactly what he's done. He's getting them some points, especially at home. They're always a hard team to beat under Moyes Wonder. They're just like dead organised, and it's another guaranteed season because, like you say, they look like they were going to play in the Championship in that new stadium, didn't they? At Christmas, so he's really turned it around. Like,
he's doing well. They've leapfrogged West Ham now, so they're doing well. I think they're probably safe, aren't they?
I'd say so.
Safe now because the bottom three are really poor and they're not picking up a lot of points, as we're just about to talk about. Ipswich 2, Nottingham Forest 4. Forest got into a 3-0 lead before the break. Second half, it's 2-1 Ipswich. But Kajusti or somebody scores for Ipswich 3-1. Still makes it 4-1 at Forest. And then in the 93rd minute, Hurst makes it 4-2.
And I didn't realise Jeff Hurst was still playing.
Aye. Sorry, IRST, this one. So another win for Forest. That
flying
the third on 54 points. They are 6 points clear of them battling for the Champions League spot. City and 7 points clear of Newcastle. Ipswich are third bottom, and they are 9 points adrift of the next placed Wolves. It's probably looking like Ipswich are going to go and do. Off Forest going to get Champions League football.
Well, we both said, didn't we? We both said we're waiting for that drop off to happen, and it just hasn't happened, has it? They're holding their own in a season where Man City's they're really struggling, aren't they? So it's up for grabs, that space. I think it says, to be honest. I think as long as Newcastle doesn't gone into a complete party mode, I think you might see Newcastle getting that fourth spot as well. They just need to dig in for the rest of the season, don't they? There's not many games left now, is there?
Yeah, phone on silent, man.
Eh?
Put your phone on silent. The thing is, the two teams above Newcastle are City and Chelsea, who are both having not very good seasons. Really. So they've got every chance. Like you say, it depends which Newcastle turn up now. Are they going to go into party mode with the win, or are they got to fight for fourth? In my opinion, I think they'll fight for fourth. I think that'll be a massive boost for them, winning that. Aye, they've got every chance of getting it as well. Talking about Man City, mate, Brighton came to town. The Etihad, which is due to be renamed. Did you hear that? Before the next game?
I haven't seen it, no.
Aye, they're going to rename the Etihad. Money again. And so Brighton come to town. Haaland scores a penalty. Estopian scores Brighton. Marmoush scores again for City, who's been an excellent signing. And then Kushinov scores an own goal. The spoils are shared, mate. It's 2s each. It ends 2s each. I don't think anybody would have seen that, even though like City haven't been really good. I think everybody probably would have expected a City win, but Brighton hold out for the draw, mate.
I know. I don't know what it is with City this season. That's just normally at home. They normally turn teams over, but they're just not being able to do that this season. And he's got like a bit of a job on his hands, to be fair. Because I mean, they spent 200 million in the the January transfer window. But the players that he's brought in's just not hitting the ground running, are they? Just looking at through the team there, that's what I'm busy doing.
Gary, Geordie Toon for life's making a valid point. I'll just look there. Newcastle's got a game in hand, so they win the game in hand. They get to 50 points.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like they're in a really good position to finish in that top four. That's what I'm saying.
Especially if City are dropping points at home.
Well, that's it. Exactly. I mean, De Bruyne's not getting in there anymore. That Kushinov, the new signing, he looks like he's struggling big time. He scored at the weekend, but it was in his own net.
Put your phone on silent. It was like you was talking to Hasbulla. Sorry if I come across like that. I didn't really mean it. Even a million, Gary. Next day for me, I lost my beautiful wife 6 years ago on Sunday in the final on an emotional day. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I'm sure she helped Newcastle with the win. Gary Skirfield, fat, hairy squirrels, he says. And he also says, I'm stuck in Leicester, proper weird. We were as well on Sunday night. It's not a very big city, is it, Gary? It's pretty shit, to be honest, I thought.
Yeah, there's not a great deal going on in Leicester, is it? I mean, other than that, though, meant away, really good.
We'll spend a little bit longer on that one than the rest. 6 games at home and 4 away, he says. Moving on, Southampton 1, Wolves 2. Another defeat at home for Southampton. A win on the road for Wolves, which will help them. Larson scores a double. And, Jesus, these names are getting harder and harder to pronounce. Unachu scores for Southampton. 2-1. Wolves come away with a win. We'll not spend too much time on that, mate. Bournemouth 1, Brentford 2. Bournemouth with very good home form of late. Succumb to Brentford loss. Janelle scores an own goal for Bournemouth. Wissa then scores again, and Norgard scores to secure all 3 points for Brentford. A good win for Brentford. They're both sitting 10 from 11. Bournemouth and 10 from 44. Brentford and 11 from 41. So a really good point to keep them in the mix. 41 points. They're 6 points off Europe. Potentially, Europe could have 11 Premier League teams in this year. Mental lad.
Unbelievable. I didn't see the Brentford one coming. I thought Bournemouth being on fire, haven't they?
Aye.
I expected them to win that game, but meant away win that for Brentford, like you say. That Wissa, I mean, he's scoring some goals, isn't he?
Aye.
It wasn't Bueno, but it seems to be when he's not, then Wissa is. Meant away win that, really.
Good. Very good. Moving on to the Sunday, Gary.
Yep.
The London derby, Arsenal won, Chelsea nil, a hard-fought game, it seems. Chelsea obviously had a lot more possession than Arsenal, but Arsenal had more shots, and they got the goal. So that's all that counts. Marino again, coming in and saving them once again. Odegaard assist. It's 3 points for Arsenal. They're nailed on for the Champions League, aren't they?
Aye, definitely.
9 points clear.
Aye, they'll be fine. It's just the other two places, but from the chasing pack, I don't really think there's anyone to threaten them. That's putting like such a good run ahead. Not three teams anyway that's going to overtake them, I wouldn't say. But good win for Arsenal. Chelsea's going through a bit of a sticky patch at the minute, though, aren't they?
That's what I'm saying, that they can be caught.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, Gary. Another London derby again on the same day that Liverpool and Newcastle met. That's 3 big games in the capital. Absolutely crazy, if you ask me. Fulham hosted Tottenham. Boring, goalless first half. The second half, it took up 78 minutes for Muniz to score, and then Sessegnon scores 2 minutes before the end of the game. 2-0 to Fulham. Puts Fulham into 8th place on 45 points and drops Spurs down to 14th on 34 points. They're having a bad season there, Montgomery.
Aye, they really are. I don't know. They've got some alright players, but they're just, I don't know. The Solanke one, that definitely hasn't worked, has it? I mean, that was, they invested all that money in him, thinking that they were going to replace Harry Kane. That just hasn't worked yet. That Brendan Johnson, he had a good start of the season, but then they started relying on him. I don't know. They're struggling big time. I mean, I know they beat us, but I mean, Son doesn't really get much game time these days. He's like in and aside, aging, isn't he? Really. They're struggling big time.
Your man is on there saying, "Evening, lads. Toon. Good evening, Amanda."
Hello.
Finishing off on Sunday, a 7 o'clock kick-off on a Sunday, which I was calling, but I tell you what it is, I would do it again next Sunday. It was one of my best aways of the season. We never shut up for the whole game, and the way it should be in the way end. See that the kicks landed in the right hands this time. It was Leicester nil, Man United free. Rasmus getting the goal that he really craved and needed. An assist by Bruno. Another assist by Bruno again for Garnacho. And then Bruno finishes the show off with his own goal with an assist from Diogo Dalot. Cracking cross and a cracking finish and a cracking display. United had 18 goal attempts, 8 shots off target, 5 on target. We're not used to that, Gary. You know, we did well out of the park. You know, Heaven went off. That was the only downfall of it. Heaven went off with a potential bad injury. But that win gets up to 13th.
Does title charge?
How many games are left? 10. 9. 27 points, 30, 40, 57, 64. Aye, we'll root the title, like.
Aye. No, it was just nice to see we get a win, to be fair, wasn't it?
Aye.
Put a little bit of a... Aye. I mean, Leicester's poor, though, aren't they? I mean, they're a very poor side. I mean, when we're scoring 3 goals, there's some it off. But I mean, there were good goals. Hoyland took his goal, meant.
Gary, he has a question for you. Who do you think gets sacked first? Ruud van Nistelrooy or Ange Postecoglou? Because apparently there's been a picture leaked today of Levy meeting Pochettino.
Pochettino again.
Aye.
Well, they called him out, didn't they? Pochettino, he was on
TalkSport
last week, wasn't he?
Aye.
And they were trying to get it out of him. He definitely seems interested in it, but I mean,
why would he come back?
I don't know. For the third time,
you've got to move on, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
My opinion, anyway. Moving on to the EFL Cup final. Liverpool 1, Newcastle 2. Big Dan Burn from Blythe with a rising header. 1-0 to Newcastle on the stroke of half-time. Sent the Geordies into absolute bedlam. They were going mental. Gary Neville said he's never seen Wembley shake like that before. Come out the second half. Isak gets a perfectly fine goal disallowed because he was a mile onside, and I don't know why they haven't checked it.
It's for a foul or something, someone was saying.
Was it?
Obstruction by Bruno or something.
Right. Goal disallowed anyway, but that was on the 51st minute. 1 minute later, Isak wasn't having any of that. And another assist from Murphy. Most of Isak's goals has probably come from Murphy's assist, to be honest. 2-0. Newcastle ended in the bag. I thought they were the much better team. Liverpool didn't seem to show up. Livramento kept Salah extremely quiet. But in the 94th minute, there was 8 minutes injury time. It was squeaky bum time for Newcastle fans. I bet they were thinking, here we're gone. He scored a good goal, to be fair to them. But Newcastle handled the game absolutely perfectly. After that, they didn't even let them have another touch of the ball hardly. I was out of the moon, not just because it was Liverpool, but because it was Newcastle needed to attack Liverpool from the front instead of, I think Liverpool just thought they had to just turn up because obviously Newcastle had been on a pretty shit run, to be honest. They beat West Ham, luckily, a few days beforehand. Yes, Liverpool gone out against PSG, but a very good PSG. So I thought their tails would have been up and they would have been at them. I think they just didn't. They thought they just had to turn up. In Newcastle, they were coming home with that trophy that day. I didn't care who was going to be playing against Newcastle on Sunday. I think they would have beat them, Gary, because they were absolutely amazing.
They were up for it?
Aye?
They were just up for it from the off, weren't they? That so said that, but they had to be because like Liverpool's. I mean, do you think that them getting into the Champions League? I think it helped Newcastle massively because I mean Liverpool were. They weren't good. I said to you in the first 10 minutes, didn't I? About 10, 15 minutes into the game, I says, I can tell you now that I think that Newcastle's going to win this game easily. And it was comfortable, I thought. I think 2-1 flat that day, Liverpool, to be fair.
Did? Could have been 4 or 5, couldn't it?
Aye, 1,000,000%. Like you say, I was all over them.
I've been trying to get some Newcastle fans to come on, right? But honestly, nobody's answered this. So I've got a canny big phone book, and I'm just gonna ring some random people. So it could be anybody. There could be Man United fans, Liverpool, Newcastle, anybody. I'm literally gonna ring a load of random people and see if they answer. I'll start here. Let's see if this.
This is the Vodafone voicemail.
Yeah. Let's go back in here. He's not answer like he's a shitty ass. Oh, oh, I'm Colin. Oh, what a shitty ass. Let's have a look. Who else we got in here?
I thought Brody wanted them, does he not? He's putting the comments in.
Yeah.
Get in, we're in.
You're in. Yes.
Come on, lads, how you doing?
Man.
Good. Brody, who do you support?
Oh, I'm a Man U fan, like.
Oh, yeah?
Come on.
Did you watch the Did you watch the final?
The final I did.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Liverpool thought they would turn up, as you said.
Uh-huh.
But what's Salah like in finals? You know, his record's shocking.
He's
every final he is, he just bottles it.
He didn't show up, did he?
The makeshift Livramento there. Did he have a shot on goal?
Nah, I don't think he did, mate. I've got some comments here saying that, hold on, first time ever, Salah had 23 touches of the ball, no assist and 0 shots on target. Mental.
But he's been like that in every final he's played in for the last few years, hasn't he?
Well, I think you've got a little bit of credit Livramento, though, haven't you?
Gary's saying you've got to give credit to Livramento, though, because he kind of kept him with the game, didn't he?
He did. But he didn't have much to do, did he?
Yeah, well.
Then you've got Big Dan Burn, that's got to be his game of his career, that.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
he was absolutely amazing. Did you fancy them before the game or not?
Oh, Liverpool.
Newcastle.
I didn't. Nah. I thought Liverpool were going to win 3-0.
Aye. I think everybody, it doesn't matter who they are, Newcastle fans or whatever. I think that I think they would agree with you. I don't think as many would have said, oh no, we've got it in the bag. Like it's, you know,
Nah,
nobody would have expected that, especially off the game 2 weeks ago as well. Do you think
have you ever noticed that when Van Dijk loses his head, that's it? The team just seems to fold up.
Aye. It seems to happen, doesn't it? When the big players haven't torn up, the other ones are just they can't hide and doing that, or they haven't got it in the locker to do that. But so cheers for coming on, Brody. I'm gonna try and get some Toon fans on if we can.
Go on, lads.
See you later, mate. Cheers, Brody.
Yeah,
yes, let's try and see if we can get some more. Get Dobie on. Amanda Webb says, let's see if we can do just that. Let's have a look. I've got his number here somewhere. Will he come on? Will he not? Let's give him a ring. Here we go. Hey, none of them will answer the phone, man. How I do, Abby? Nah. Jesus, wet. It's hard walk this, like. Who does Dobie play on Thursday night? A few people here saying get Leanne Barnes on. Oh, this could really rock a marriage if she answers. Let's see.
Hello?
Yes, Leanne, you're live. Tell me, what do you think of the result on Sunday for Newcastle?
Toon, Blood White Army!
Hey, you're joking, lass.
I've got to be careful what I say.
Oh, you do. You have to be careful what you say. Yeah,
I may have locked the door.
Yeah, but they deserved it, didn't they?
They definitely did. They played unbelievable. Not that they just play really well. They beat Liverpool.
Aye, the best team in the league currently.
Right, they're top of the league, yeah.
Aye.
And it was nice for obviously me dad and me brothers and like family members that have never seen them win anything.
Aye. Aye, it was good. I wanted the Toon to win. Like, I wanted the Toon to beat.
Oh, definitely.
But I knew you'd come on, you know. You're a cracking sport. I just didn't know what you're going to be like. That's why
I'm starting to feel sorry for you because nobody would answer the phone.
Nobody will answer. Absolutely ridiculous. Honestly. But, don't worry. Thank you, Leanne.
Right there.
Right there. Right. Well,
Nelly, you should try and get Steve on.
Should we ring Rafey?
Mm-hmm.
Steve Rafe. You might be on a show yourself, you know. Tell you what I'm gonna do though. Right.
You seen Josh comment?
Right, hold on. I'm not giving up, like. I'm not giving up.
Why do you not get Peter on?
Peter, look, come on, man.
No, our father.
Oh. I think he's at work, actually. Try Mick Coulson. Mad Mick. What's the matter with you? Jesus, wet. Who else we got? Right. Nah. How
Gary saying he'll get on, look.
Who?
Gary Skerfield.
Right, hold on, where am I?
Right.
Way, we're fine.
Team of action.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
it is that Gary Burn. I don't know, that Martin Lewis doing on that telly here. Just tell me all about the crap that the government's knacking with next. Right. Anyway,
Oh, change.
aye, Martin, all on to the important stuff.
Uh-huh.
How are you?
Very good. Very good, you.
I meant other than being stuck on my own in a hotel room in Leicester, but other than that,
That's-
Where were you in Leicester, like? What hotel?
a little town called Lutterworth.
Lutterworth, right? Aye, we were in the Premier Rangers side of the railway station. It's tiny.
Aye,
Tiny.
It's canny.
Aye. So
I've been for a curry and a couple of beers, so I'm happy.
happy days. Did you get on doing the final,
I'm ready
Gary?
for some beauty sleep. No, I wasn't. I tell you where I was. I was in the Fox cover.
Uh-huh. Was there
And it
many
was
in?
mint. The atmosphere was mental.
Good. Good. That's what you want. I'll ask you the same question I've asked everybody else. Gary, did you think the Toon would win on Sunday before the match?
You know what it is? I've had a few chats about this, and it was really good fun because everybody just had like a proper different feeling about it this time than a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
There was just a bit more confidence, and the whole thing was just so much calmer.
Right. You can't blame them because you were playing a proper team a couple of years ago, weren't you?
You had to get that one in, didn't you?
Aye. But I tell you what time were you till then when they won? Did you carry on in the morning or what?
Oh, God knows. It was, but I had a heat like a bag of smashed crabs the next day.
It was worth it though, wasn't it, Gary?
We came back into Newcastle at 4:00 and it was still buzzing, wasn't it, Gary? It was just
Right.
there was still
You
people.
know what it is. It doesn't matter. You're Man U fans. I've got mates that are Liverpool fans, City fans, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's about where we are up in the North East. That is massive,
Aye.
and it's done. That'll do so much for the North East.
For the area. Aye.
Aye, exactly.
That's exactly. You know what it is? I'm going to be totally honest with you. For the first time in my life of supporting Man United, on the way down on the train with Gary, I was saying, it's times like this where you wish that you'd supported Newcastle because it's about the area. Like when you loads of people in the train station, the connections there with the fans. You know what I mean? But obviously, we fell in love with Man United, and that's our team. But like Eve just said, it's about the area. You know what I mean? The area that you're from and the buzz that was around the area. Even like 5 o'clock the next day, there were people sitting in the pub waiting on people getting off the train. And all the stories were getting exchanged about the weekend, and it was just amazing.
Isn't it meant though, the way it's just like, things like this can just, we've got rivalries between our teams and stuff like that, but this can just mold things together. I mean, I've even seen like message of congratulations from Sunderland fans, from the club, and from Tottenham, Villa, all that sort of stuff, where we would detest each other on any normal day,
Aye. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
No, it's good. It's good. It's a feel good feeling for the North East, and we'll drive on from it.
Mint.
Gary, just while you're on there, honestly,
Gary.
Can he not?
And yeah, Gary Bratton's, he's got a Facebook TV. I can't hear his voice.
Go on, tell us, Gary, and I'll tell him what you're saying.
Saying I've never seen Melly jump and cheer a goal when the Toon scored in my life.
Gary, what he's saying is he's never jumped and cheered a goal as much
as
when the Toon scored.
Honestly, Gallon, you would have loved it. Melly jumped and he went, get it!
Don't man you. I've had conversations with Gary, and that's nice to hear from you, Gary. Well done.
Cheers for coming on. Gary, are you still running your show on Coast Radio, mate?
You need to come down on a Wednesday night and join us on the show.
What nights are you on Wednesday night? What's Coast Radio station?
Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, Coast Radio.
106, is it?
106.6, and here's a breaker for you. Soon to be DAB as well.
Yes, Gary, you need to get me and Gary on for the local football, man.
Well, you can come and have a word with Paddy and Rutherford on the sports show one day.
Right, aye, mint. Happy days. Cheers for coming on, Gary.
That's good to speak to you.
See you later, cuz.
Ta-ra.
Yes, that was good of Gary to come on. That's what you want to see, innit?
Yes.
Who else? Who else? Steve Ray struggling with his voice. Struggling. It's not helping. Must have been on one for whatever reason. Jeff Turnbull says they're all still pulling themselves. Where's all the Toon fans? Get Johnny B on. Shall we get Johnny B on? That'll be a laugh, won't it? Yeah, we can. Johnny B.
Oh, Mel.
Johnny, you're live on Talking Turf. How are you doing? Didn't swear. He's hung up. Hold on. Johnny.
Hello.
Johnny, you're live on Talking Turf. Didn't swear.
What's going on, like?
I just want to know, did you watch the match on Sunday?
Well, I watched the fucking match. I was
I
trying
said didn't swear, you idiot.
All right.
Where were you? Did you get to the final or were you in the pub or in the house?
No, I just watched in the house.
Watched it in the house.
I didn't. I want me to drop in a minute, milk me foot.
All right, did you what do you reckon of it? Did you think it was did you think the Toon would win before the game or not, mate?
I actually did,
Did
I
you?
actually thought we'd beat them 2-1.
Did you really?
I really did, mate. And you know what? Johnny McInerney put in the WhatsApp group that Dan Burn would score as well. And that's what Turner's the day for.
Peter Tate had 1-0 to
I've seen that.
and Dan Burn to score. I think he won 1,400 quid off it. Mental
I
bet
did.
that.
It's just a bed booster or something. In the first half.
Man, so you're with the moon and Johnny.
Oh, I'm buzzing, man. I don't know. I've been trying to watch highlights for 2 days.
Oh, happy days, mate. Sorry for just pinging that on you, mate, but I knew you'd answer.
No worries, man. No worries. Anytime, Mill.
Good man. Take care, Johnny.
See you, pal.
Ta-ra, mate. Ta-ra. Don't swear. Right behind you.
Well, I watched it.
Let's see if Darren Hudson answers the phone. Liverpool fan. Will he be a sport? All right, Darren.
You're Lee, mate.
Who?
You're Lee. Liverpool fan, isn't he?
Who is it?
You're Lee.
Oh. Hey, sport at Newcastle last week. I'm trying hold on, that's it. Let's try and get through to them. How do we? He'll not answer, like. Dobie's playing Stephen Bunting on Thursday. Liverpool fan. That'll be good, won't it?
It's a good banter there, wasn't it?
Get in. Nah, he's not going to answer neither. Right. Try one or two more. Hopefully. He got the client. Hangs up. Come on, man. Answer the phone, man. So be a tit. Jeff Turnbull, the man's an idiot. I wouldn't have Jeff would answer. What do you reckon?
Right, D.
Try Jeff. Yeah.
Are you mental phoning me?
Oh, Jeff. The game.
Shout, yeah.
What do you reckon of that on Sunday? Jeff, Sunderland fan.
Oh, them chat to me about that. Honestly.
What?
Jesus Christ. Liverpool didn't turn up.
Nah.
Mate, I was talking to Spratty on Sunday afternoon. I says, the Toon's got a chance, like.
Uh-huh.
He didn't seem to think so. But, just one of them things, isn't it?
I think Liverpool didn't turn up and play the way that they can play, but I think Newcastle just pressed them, Jeff, and they didn't expect.
Without a doubt, I mean, you're phoning them and mark them up to give them congratulations. I can't stand them.
You gotta give them congratulations, not for 1 minute, Jeff. But I knew you would be honest.
No,
that's the
not
thing.
Likely. 70 years. I hope it's another 170 years.
Jeff, you got somebody in the comments, Geordie Toon for Life, saying Sunderland didn't turn up at Coventry. You didn't mind.
Melly, we've never turned up for fucking Army life, man. Oh, sorry for swearing.
It's all right, man, Jeff.
Makes you swear this shit, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. It does. I bet you were swearing
because your team's terrible.
Oh, we've had a bad season, but we've had a little bit of a run there, like lately.
Where you've won one.
Aye. Well, we've won 2 and drew 1. So it's not bad. I'm in the quarterfinals of Europa League.
Well, you know where you're on.
Aye.
That Gary where my stepladder's using my painting pool.
They're in me lock up, I think, still.
I'm in the lock-up pitch. Jeff, do you think you'll get it with you?
Why not lately, Mel? Honestly, I've said all season the shite. I watch every game. I didn't get into games out like that, but I watch every game, Mel, and that's terrible.
Aye.
Honestly, they've got to. Joe Bellingham, Chris Reig, Dan Neil, and then Patterson. That absolute dog shite, mate.
Aye.
Watch them. They kind of had the ball. They kind of passed the ball.
Yeah, I think you're about 12 points clear, aren't you, of the playoffs?
So it'll make no difference because whoever will get in the playoffs, we might make Wembley, but we're not getting up. They didn't deserve to get up, Neil, honestly.
Yeah. And if the day getting up, do you think they'll come straight back down?
Well, aye.
I've got
got a penny.
Gary's sister on there saying, I would like you to come back up, Jeff, just for the 6 points.
Well, wait, she doesn't need to say it now. I mean, the last 6 times we played them in the league, we beat them. So
Exactly.
This is what we want, man. This is what we want. Aye.
I'm just sure what we want. Players slightly even took out of the bar. Listen to it. You know what I wanted this year?
Go on.
My old pal Michael Coulson from Newhaven. You tried to phone him before. Obviously, he's not going to pick up the phone because he's the most useless man you'll ever meet in your life. He's the only man that Gans doing. He'll pay a fortune for his tickets. He's getting himself rat ass and did bet the final. The man's an idiot.
Oh, he's definitely not. I can't believe it.
I tell you what it is, man. I love him to bits.
Aye.
I do. I love Michael to bits. But the man, he's hopeless.
It's typical of Mick to do that, though. If anybody out of that group was
No,
going
of
to do
course
that,
it is.
it would have been Mick. 100%.
I find it funny.
He didn't.
Why no?
Oh, hey. I wouldn't care. You got off at $2,000 for his ticket 20 minutes before, you know.
Oh, man, it's so stupid, man, isn't he?
£2,000. Unbelievable.
I would have robbed the bloke's hand off.
Aye, I would. 100%.
Aye, straight in the bar.
It pays for your 2 season tickets next year. One game.
Hey, man. Honestly, he's as good as bright as the dark night. You can tell he's from Newcastle.
I love the way you've cracked. Cheers, Jeff. Thank you, mate.
Aye, see you, lads.
See you later, Jeff. Tell him it. Tada.
Hey, I tell you what. He's good crack, Jeff. Like, he's out.
Aye. Straight to the point.
Liverpool fan there saying, hi, mate. I'm at work. I can't answer. I didn't expect them to be honest with you. What we got in the comments? We got any more? I'll tell you what it is. I'm going to run the ads. Stay there because these people are so generous to sponsor. I didn't run them last time. I'm going to run them this time. You've got 2 minutes 42 and we'll be back and we'll try a few more phone calls and we'll talk a little bit more about the Carabao Cup final in Newcastle's historic day. Be right back. Cheers. If you'd like to advertise with us like these following businesses have done, then get in touch with Melly or Gary. It's only $5 a show and we're hitting on average, I would say, between 10 and 20,000 people per month. Support us and we'll help support you. Melly's Carpets and Bed, 63 Station Road in Ashington. Free measures are available daily. You can call 01670 632216 or find us on Facebook. Melly's Carpets and Beds. Laying our reputation, one recommendation at a time. BA Commercials and Northeast Metals Limited, where you can get almost any used car part. The best prices is paid here for scrap vehicles and metals. They have containers to rent short and long term from just £30 per week, as well as plant hire and also commercial buildings for rent. Call during working hours on 07825 405 772. GB Glazing and Joinery Limited, based in Ashington, Northumberland, but covering the whole of the Northeast. CERTAS approved, who specialise in windows, doors, warm roofs, kitchen, conversions, and conservatories. Call Gary during working hours on 07825 160 777. A1 Fire Stopping and Drilling Services, who specialise in installation and maintenance of passive fire protection, fire stopping, and thermal installation systems. You can email your query to Martin. That's at martin.gallen@a1firestop.co.uk or call during working hours on 07751 429 045. A1 Fire Stopping Services. Ashington Properties, whose company mission is to create high-quality homes for the local community and Northumberland, and whose company values are transparency, trust, and loyalty. You can email them at ashingtonproperties@gmail.com or call during working hours on 07985 203 094. And last but not least, most cuts. You can call Lewis on 07519 07787. You can find him on Facebook, and you can also book through the Booksy app. You'll find them down in Newbiggin on Front Street, straight opposite Chisholm Bookmakers. Always look fresh when you get cut off Moz. Yes, we're back. We're back. Something you got out to say about the Toon game?
What's that, mate?
You got out to say about the Toon game? Do you agree with Gary Scurfield? It's excellent for the area and it's just the start of things to come.
Oh, it's the start of things to come. The 29th of March, they've got the Open Top Bus, haven't they?
Sponsored by Disney.
Sponsored by Disney, aye. I got them going last night, didn't it?
Jesus wept. Yeah, right. Let's try. We're going to try now. This is Richie Morris. See if we can get somebody who was down at the game and sucked in.
Hello.
Hello, Richie. Thanks for answering, mate. So are you still hungover, mate, or what?
I'm a little bit rough, but I'm getting there.
Aye. You were doing there, weren't you, Richie?
It was class.
Aye. Was the whole weekend class?
Best weekend of my life.
Aye. You think the Toon obviously they deserve to win it, but prior to Gandoon, did you think they would win it? Truthfully.
I went down with no expectation. Just went down to go and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Turned up with a better team.
Better team. Could have been 4 or 5 now, couldn't it?
Oh, easy. Lower class. Everyone put a shift in. And unbelievable.
Mint. So now what you now knew, would you pay $1,000 or $2,000 for that, Richie?
Probably
Aye. Mint feeling.
Definitely.
I mean, there's a lot of people on here. There's a lot of people on here, you know, like of the older age who haven't seen Newcastle win a trophy. The kids the day. You still there, Richie? Richie?
Oh, sorry, cut off that.
Cut off. I'm saying there's a lot of the older generation who haven't seen Newcastle win a trophy, so it's fantastic for them.
Brilliant.
The kids of the day, you know, like some of the kids we had at the training the night, 8-year-old, I already seen a Toon win a trophy. How lucky are they?
Very, very lucky. Like I had a couple of young kids sitting in front of me, and then there was a bloke who was like 70, and he just broke down crying.
Did he?
When they lifted that trophy.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. We've got somebody in our group chat who she's been going to the games with her mum for like a lot of years, and she said she would love it if like the Toon were to win. And there was stories like that all over, isn't there? You know, like where people are getting on a bit, and you know, it's nice. Do you think Eddie Howe has done enough new? Like, because obviously he loses that, mate, and if he doesn't get into top 4 or Europe, it would have been seen as probably an unsuccessful season, really. But you win your game in hand, you got up to 4th. You've won the Carabao Cup. You've went out of the FA Cup in the quarterfinals. It's not a bad season, is it? Despite the recent run that you've had prior to West Ham.
Like I say, that West Ham game, we put that starting 11 up, you were like, what are you doing? The cup final's coming up, but he was thinking about pushing for Europe at the same time.
Aye. And that's a good manager there, Richie.
And it is, it paid off.
A good manager does that. He knows he's got a cup final, but Champions League is worth a lot more to you than that.
Exactly.
It is. I think some of the best days you probably have.
Go for Europe.
Aye. Well, you've got the Conference League. If all else fails, you've got the Conference League. You didn't want that, mind.
Exactly.
Because it's an absolute nightmare.
You want to play at the best level, didn't you? To try and keep that good players at Newcastle.
I know, it just means that you'll not be at any games on the Sunday, and I'll have to do all the coaching. Richie, thanks very much for coming on, Mara. I'll let you go because I know you're knackered, but I appreciate you making the effort to come on.
Paul.
See you later, Richie.
Later.
Take care, Richie, lad. Thank you, mate. Richie Morris there, putting his money where his mouth is, gets himself down. Right, let's have a look in here. See who else we can ring. You will ring Blue Peter.
Millie Barnes?
Yes, he's outside. I can't believe it. Peter, you're live.
What you on about? You can't believe it.
I know, I can't believe it. You're live on Talking Turf, mate. Thanks for joining. You were doing it the game, weren't you, Peter?
Well, I took my wife and the kids doing it. It was class.
Mint weekend.
Best day of my life.
What day did you go and do on the Friday or the Saturday?
We went the Saturday afternoon.
To Monday.
No, come back Sunday night because the kids were back at school Monday.
Jesus. Peter, obviously, you know, you've never seen Toon win a trophy, mate. Can you sum up in words what Wembley Way was like after you'd won and you've left the stadium?
It was totally surreal, man, because when we had won, I turned to my 10-year-old Jesse. He was crying. My lass was like in total shock. The lassie was in shock. Abby was like totally out of the moon. I looked across the way where Gallon was. Gallon was looking at the sky. Chris was like fucking just out of the moon. It was mental. But even when coming out, I went to the toilets and it was total silence. Nobody knew what to say.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fucking hell, you wouldn't think I'd won the game. Everybody was like, we didn't know what to say. We didn't know what to do.
Aye. Did you think you would win, Peter, or not? We obviously did because you had a bet on, didn't you? You had a canny bet on.
I had a feeling after watching them against PSG, but I was just thinking, I hope they set up the same way they did against Arsenal.
Aye.
But it was totally different, but we still battered them.
You know, I was talking to someone the night, right? And they said, like, obviously Eddie's looked deep into this because they played Liverpool 2 weeks prior, right? And these are the finer details, right, Peter? And when he said it, I thought, you know what? It sums up. It's probably right. So Livramento played that game, and he never cut back and put the ball in with his with his left foot, right? He played like he couldn't play with his left foot, and then the goal scored from a left-footed cross.
Well, did you watch the interview after the game with Eddie Howe?
Nah. I was away at the match.
So I think it's that Chamberlain asked me, so why didn't you play the same way at Anfield? And he went, I didn't want to put my cards
on the table.
He says, I didn't want to show my hand in that game, so they knew how we're going to play in the cup final.
See, you know, for me,
so it was like two totally different setups.
That's a top manager. And you know what I've said all along, Eddie Howe is a nice man, but if he doesn't win trophies, he'll lose his job. He's won a trophy now. Has he cemented his job for the next couple of years at least?
Oh, definitely. Well, I think I said to you a couple of weeks ago, I said he needs either the cup or he needs top four. Otherwise, he's under massive pressure.
Massive pressure. I mean,
but he's proved everybody wrong again because
he has. He's went and won a trophy. You know, like there's a load of managers out there, a load of good managers in the Premier League as well, who are good managers but never win a trophy, and then they end up getting sacked. Aye. He's gone that step further now, and he's won a trophy. He'll be a hero in Tyneside for the rest of his life. He'll never buy a pint as long as he's living in Tyneside. Well, I
think it'll be the same for the players.
100%, mate. It's like I was saying to Gary, to one of the callers before. We'll go back to Newcastle on the Monday at 5 o'clock, and it was just buzzing. You could feel the buzz still in the city. Like people waiting on us coming off the train, and it was class, mate. Honestly, it was really good to be around, to be honest with you.
Well, I've watched the full game back twice, the full like 110 minutes, and I've watched the highlights about fucking 40 times.
Back in the day, Wally Callum would start skipping, wouldn't it? Get in. Listen, Blue Peter, thanks very much for joining work. I take it that you're not a City fan anymore, and you've gone back to the Toon now, aye?
No, I've always been a black mate. Or whoever Man United is playing against. Neither lad, see them.
Take care, mate.
There, Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave. Who?
Try what?
Dave's on. Get him on.
Dave's on where?
He's on the chat there now, Dave Armstrong.
I'm ringing him.
Oh, I joke. That was good, wasn't it? Melly, did you see Elliot Anderson in with the fans?
Aye, class.
Good, wasn't it?
Hello.
Yes. Dave. How are you doing?
What's going on?
What are you doing there?
Hold on, I'll just pause this. I'm just going to pause these highlights. I thought I would go because you keep giving us all a stick about not going, so I thought we'd go and then I'll go and do them.
Aye. And what was it like, Dave?
Melly, it was unbelievable, you know. But I mean, he's won loads and loads of stuff. He's now what it's like, but for us, we've never won that. That was unbelievable.
Aye, I can only imagine, mate. Gary Neville says he's never felt Wembley shake like that before.
I seen that. I heard that coming.
Aye, amazing, absolutely amazing. And then you obviously were your best mates. You finally see Newcastle win a trophy against what's been the best team in the Premier League this year, who you're just getting beat off 3-0 by 2 weeks prior. You turn up at Wembley, and I said to Gary before, I says, it didn't matter who Newcastle played on Sunday. I think they came away with that trophy. It was destined.
I've seen little bits and pieces of that, saying that. I think it was Gary Neville. It was one of the pundits had says Bruno had come out on the pitch. When he come out, he run out and he just says, "Look at these mean business today."
Mm-hmm.
And just little things. I think everyone thought the same.
Do you know what it is? We were having a game of pool in Leicester, and it was the beginning of the game, and the Liverpool fans were in a huddle, right? The Liverpool players, were in a huddle, mate. And they were still talking, and Mo Salah stepped back, like he wasn't interested. And then somebody had to tell him to come back in. He come back in, and I said to Gary Agans, he's not interested in him, and he didn't have a very good game. And I thought, you know what, body language says a lot about people, because I knew that he was gonna have. Livermento was, the cause of it. He didn't give him a sniff, not a sniff.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly,
you know how a cracking game.
It could have been 4 or 5 out. And I don't know if you watch the show very often, but I was super critical of Eddie, for putting Pope back in nets out Dubravka. But that was a good decision, wasn't it?
Well, I think everyone's thought the same. Melly is real. It's just Pope's kicking and stuff. Everyone knows it's not the best, but he's and there was questions when Dubravka's been playing well when Pope's been injured.
Mm-hmm.
He signed that new deal.
Yeah.
And got dropped a week later.
Mental.
Never got back in, and that was still Pope wasn't at his best. And somebody's kicking the other day wasn't the best. But that one save he made was class.
Aye.
But I think if Dubravka had been in net he would have scored. He's not as strong these arms,
Aye. No, I think he's played an absolute masterclass, mate. An absolute masterclass.
He did. I've seen some of the. I heard Peter there when he was on about Eddie Howe, and he had said a couple of weeks ago he didn't put his full team out. He changed a little bit. Isak was on the bench, and he's even come out now and said there was no wrong with him.
Yeah.
And who else was? Something to do with Tino, I can't remember what that was. But it's just because he didn't want to give too much away. He says he changed a little few things. He didn't even tell the players what the crack was. Put a team out that he thought might be able to get something. Obviously, we didn't. We got beaten. We were poor at Liverpool.
Either way.
And then he changed a few things up, and it worked. And often, have you seen the interview with their manager after the game?
No, I haven't.
He says they won a lot of. It was all up against. It was duels. Won all the duels, and we played a lot of long balls. Yeah. And we had quite a bit of joy that way.
He always says that though, when he gets beat, he says we kind of play against the low blocks. I played long balls, but
yeah.
To be honest,
he said that about us, didn't he? When we went Anfield,
they did have more possession, which you would expect because they're a possession-based kind of team. But Newcastle had 17 goal attempts, mate. It could have been 4 or 5 now.
The first half, we should have been the 3-4-0. The game should have been finished at half time.
Should have.
Yeah.
It should have. He's totally right.
You had to fear the worst a couple of weeks ago. Gordon gets sent off, and then a few days later, Hall is injured. The potential Isak could not play, and then you turn up like the way you did, mate, and you fully deserved the win. fully deserved the win.
I didn't think we would win like Melly. I was nervous. I just wasn't even feeling the full trip.
Yeah.
Even last week. Just thought we're going to do now, like majority did, and thought we're going to get battered.
I think you're.
But on the day, I fancied them. My nerves would change. We got up on the Sunday morning, and it was totally different. I backed Dan Burn to score.
Did you first?
Dan Burn to score Newcastle to lift the cup.
How much?
That was the bet.
What was the bet?
And he put a daft fiver on it. Paid 200 quid.
Get in. You know what it is? All the players on your team, all the players on your team, you'd want Dan Burn to score. He's a local hero, man, isn't he? He is.
The only reason I put it on, and I thought, he's had a cracking week here because he's been called off England, and I thought I'll stick it on.
Ask him if he went to Box Park afterwards, Melly.
He got to Box Park afterwards.
Melly, didn't you know? He couldn't. So there was loads of people in, and then there was a big queue, and we're kind of queued a little bit, and the bouncer just said, "Look, there's nobody else getting in."
Aye. Where did you end up then? Did you just go back into the centre, London centre?
We just went back down into Covent Garden. Aye.
Did you go?
When you were Aston Peter for Wembley, where after the game?
Aye.
It was eerie, and that.
Was it?
It was just like, there was one lad. Minute we had a bit of arguing. I was the last. He's not gonna sing. He's not gonna get the chance. You've just won the cup. But Melliot's like, you wanted now what to do.
Aye. Aye. He's haven't won a cup for
know what I
70
mean?
years, man. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what to do. It's like, it's all new to us. But that could be the stepping stone new, mate, to more success. You know, like you've broke your duck. You'll get into finals new, and you'll not be feared anymore. You know what it's like to win. And when you know what it's like, that's why you need to keep that group of players, Dave, or as many as you can. And just like bring winners in on top of that to start getting more success. But listen, mate, I'll let you go. 7.5 minutes we've had you for, mate. Absolute legend. Thank you very much.
Lost you there, Emily. Breaking up soon.
No, I'm just saying I'll let you go, Dave. Thanks for joining with me, mate.
Cheers, Dave. See you later, pal.
Good night, mate. What a sport. What a sport. How long have you been on? And you want a bit? See you, Mark Laidlaw, Lancer. Any more?
Geordie Toon for life. They're saying Liverpool fans were fighting against each other during and after.
I heard that.
Disgusting, aren't they?
Mark's not answering. Anybody else? Anybody else? We try Perry. See if Perry's wanting to come on. See if Perry answers. Who's Perry even support? Does he support the Toon? I wish we could get Mick on. Peter, I'm going to try Mick one more time.
One last time.
One more time. Hi, Mick. Hi, Mick.
Hello, Mick. What, man?
Yeah!
Yeah!
He's answered!
Get and fucking drink me,
Hey! Hold on a minute, I need to change this. I can't believe it, he's on. Yeah. Jeff Thomas just give you loads of grief, like.
Who has?
Jeff Turnbull.
When he's not going to give me as much grief as me, is he?
Mick, tell him about your weekend, how are you?
Well, I'll tell you what happened at the weekend, right?
Go on.
The weekend went tipped up for it because I'm an absolute tit.
Go on, Mick.
That's what happened.
What happened?
Right, it all went right, Melly, you know what happened?
Oh, wait, man. We've got loads of people on the one in there.
Well, I went to it there, got absolutely pleasing, did not went to stop and fucking spoiled myself.
You get off at $2,000 for your ticket or something.
Aye, off one of Perry's friends. Yeah. Box Park.
Uh-huh.
I told Perry to sell his at first. I'm doing that because it's your ticket. I went, well, you just sell it, man. I thought worth season ticket. And then, obviously, 20. Yeah, I start spewing. Stop. And then I just why outside and just give me ticket away for now.
No.
Aye.
Mick, I know like it's been a nightmare for you, that, right? But I know that is an absolute nightmare for you, right? But you've got to take positives with the negatives. You have literally, like, give somebody an absolute dream. Somebody's getting a ticket off you, right? And they'll be like, they'll never, ever forget that for the rest of their life. He'll not neither, like, but, you know, at least you were there. You made the effort, Mick. You know, next time, I bet you didn't spoil yourself the day before.
I've took the lads. I'm never going away with them again. The next time I can't like to a final out, I'm gonna go down on the morning because it's every time I go away with them, they just lead us astray.
Oh, they're the bad
people. John Minnick, I'm gonna give him a shout out. Big shout out to John Minnick and Dave Armstrong, who told us I was driving. I sent them my driving license and everything, and then the tit didn't even put us on the
on the insurance
on the driving thing. So, lad, I spoiled myself. It's my own fault.
And now your team's won a trophy. That's the main thing, isn't it?
I was absolutely gutted.
Oh, man.
Honestly,
one of them things, man. I'll learn from my mistake, pal.
Of course you will. Of course you will.
I've worked my day anyway.
What's going on about? Go on, Brian.
We know because they'll take the piss out of us, man. Because I tried to see them, I want to be sensible, and none of them believe us.
Aye.
Like, you know,
the bad influences there, mate.
Yeah, just keep on leading us astray.
Peter Tate's on here saying, Michael blaming other people. Where you should have drove, says Dave Armstrong. Billy Noble saying your son boy.
But yeah, didn't let us.
Is that what it is, though?
When the keys and guns, we never put you on the insurance. I said, well, why are you expecting me driving license? You know what I mean? He obviously just didn't let us.
Hey, lad. But Mick, did you think the Toon would beat Liverpool?
We've won. What's up, mate?
Did you think the Toon would beat Liverpool or not before the game?
Well, I did in all fairness, mate. That's why I had them on me betting on that Le Bon thing. But in all fairness, I did think we could maybe sneak it. But I thought it would be a little bit harder. But I watched it in the hotel on my phone because I couldn't find the telly remote to put it on the telly. We played them in my eyes. Anyway.
Oh, you did? 100%. Could have been 4-5 now, mate.
I mean, wait. Now, fairness, it should have. I thought Harvey Barnes not had a good game, mate. Harvey Barnes, Dan Burn.
Aye. Oh, that all contributed, like.
It was.
You know what it is, though, mate?
Apart from us missing the thing, mate.
To make you feel a bit better, I think this is probably just the start of Newcastle and success. I think you'll see a lot more over the years, like, and this will be something to talk about for the rest of your life, mate. So, you know.
It's going to go on to one of many stories. Like, I was talking to someone yesterday on the day, right, in the day after, and they went, you know what it is, Mick? It's just another one of the mad stories to put on your life when you're not here. I went, aye.
Oh, it's a good one. Aye, is it?
It's a good value, but not for me.
No. That's $2,000 could have paid for your season tickets.
Work up Monday morning, like, brand new, like, honestly, I was fucked. I was like, my God, what am I doing?
Oh, I can only imagine how, honestly. Mick,
honestly.
Min story. I'm all the mood you've answered the phone, like, honestly, I didn't think you were going to.
I was putting the job on the phone. That's obviously, I was sat having my food before, and Johnny B rang us, and he was like, yeah, you're going to have to go on $1 million and answer because you're getting some hammer.
It was Jeff.
But, you know,
Jeff's been back on. He's saying he's never been sensible in his life. Watch it back. You have your life, Mick.
I will. I'll definitely watch it back. I've got another job to go for you on there. No, I somewhere 20 minutes away or something. I'll get it watched when I get back there. So.
Did you hear that, Peter? He is working.
Yeah. I wouldn't drop a shift for Peter. Nah.
No, I tell you what it is. Gary rang us last night. He goes, makes it fucking work. I went, shut up. Aye. Mick.
Honestly, man, I was happy yesterday.
Colin says that you've cost them 4.2k. How's that?
Oh, my God. Honest to God, man, give me weekend, give me worse. You know, because one of the, well, obviously the bets that we put in every week, I'll let the teams done again, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
Coventry and Sunderland.
Oh,
I was the only one not the bet come in.
Okay, hell, Mick, you've had a bad weekend.
I've had a bad weekend.
He's mental.
Honestly, mate, it's worth 4.2k. Exactly. Exactly, Mick.
Yeah, and my team's won the cup, and they're better than Man U. They're higher than Man U in the league. Get up, watch them team, man.
Oh,
that's all I can see.
We're playing you in 2 weeks. We'll see who's better than who.
Mate, you've got me a chance to take one.
Just watch. Just watch.
It's gonna click, man.
I was gonna say I'd have another bet with you, but you didn't pay your outlets.
Shut up, man.
Aye, 3 months late. He's on to us for 3 months.
Cheers, Mick. Legend, ho.
Aye.
Absolute legend.
Yeah,
Thank you, mate. Have a good night.
See you later, Mike.
What a sport. Absolutely, man. Hey, that was good crack. I hope everybody's enjoyed that. Like, so, there's new football this weekend. Well, there's new Premier League football, should I say. We have got but I don't think anybody would be interested in that, are they?
Yeah, I don't think so, though.
Yeah. What is it? What actually is it? Is it just like...
Is it not them Nations League things or whatever?
Nations League?
I don't know. I've got no idea. I don't really take much. We'll stick to the big tournaments and that'll do.
When do they play? England?
Is it Friday night? Is it? Sure, it's
This
Friday night. Aye.
So, next up in the Premier League, we have got, let us tell you, Saturday, Premier League, boom.
Oh, just saying it's World Cup qualifying.
Arsenal are playing Fulham. How do you see that, Gan?
Home win. Arsenal win that.
Score?
3-0.
3-0. Yeah, Gallen's just put in. Don't forget Le Bon was on Thursday. Mick won Le Bon, didn't he?
He did. Did you see he was 6 points off the Universe one?
No.
He got 122 points. Dobie put some in my group today. The winner of the Universe one must have gotten 128. So he was only 6 points off winning. I'm sure that one up there would 10 grand or something, didn't it?
Nah.
He did.
Can you imagine that?
122. I know.
Wow. That was our biggest ever Le Bon. If anybody hasn't heard of Le Bon, it's an app that you play with your mates. And you put a $5 in each and you predict the scores for that week. And Le Bon take 10% of the winnings, but the winnings is like literally just for you and your mates. So whoever wins gets the most results. You get 20 points for the correct score, 6 points for the correct result. We have about, I would say, 12 to 15 people in. So it averages.
You don't have to do all of them. You can just pick and choose.
You can even do a quid if you wanted, couldn't you? A quid, like, and it's mint. The banter's in there. There's a chat group and that. You have good crack. It's called Le Bon, LEBOM. If anybody wants to join us, give us a shout and I'll get you added in. Arsenal against Fulham. What are you going for?
Arsenal 3-0.
3-0. I'm going to go 2-1 at Fulham.
Mick in the comments there. He's in the comments. He's going, nah, that's right, Gary. Would have pulled me. We're getting right back on track.
Good effort, that, you know.
It was.
It's a good effort, that, like. World Cup qualifying, says Geordie Toon for life. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a qualifier.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't sure.
Brian Dixon saying good crack. Thanks very much, mate. Really appreciate you coming on. I'm going to go for 2-1 at Fulham. Wolves against West Ham.
I'm going to say 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 2-2 score draw. Nottingham Forest against Manchester United on April Fool's Day. 8 o'clock kickoff. Under the lights. United.
2-1 United.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 4-1 United. We're on a run. Honestly, that's nothing holding us back now.
It's clicked on it.
Against Ipswich.
Bournemouth 3-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go on similar. I'm going to go on 4-0. Ipswich are struggling, really, really struggling. Any Man United players in the England squad? Yes, Marcus Rashford's in there, mate. Thanks for asking. Brighton against Aston Villa.
Villa 2-1.
Mick reckons it'll be Forest 5, United 0. he's still sitting on top of the ceiling, him. You're still on for winning the league like Melly. Yeah, lad. Brighton against Aston Villa. What did you do, Gon?
I went Villa 2-1.
Villa 2-1.
Really
I'm going to go the other way. I think Brighton are very good at home. I think they'll go 2-1 to Brighton.
Right.
Man City at home to Leicester.
Oh, 4-0 to City.
Yeah, I'm going to mirror you. 4-0. Newcastle, back from the Carabao Cup win, host Brentford at home on the 2nd of April. Are they all midweek games? Aye,
That's what I was saying to you, wasn't it? Like, our game's back. There's out on that weekend. It's like Tuesday nights and Wednesday night. I don't understand why.
England must be playing on a Friday again then.
I don't know. Normally they play like the weekend and then the midweek, don't they? And then, I don't know. Got no idea.
He doesn't play for Man United.
He does. He's still owned by the club.
So let me read that, Leon.
He doesn't pally go.
Doesn't pally go Man United. Gotta get the bed on. He talks more sense than you Gallen says. Peter Tate says Newcastle 7, Brentford 1. Play 4. Rashford doesn't play for United, says Shaney. Yes, he's a Manchester United player. He doesn't play for all, but he's a Manchester United player. FA Cup, lads. Use on in it. Oh, so it's the FA Cup.
What, on that weekend?
Are the Toon still in it, like? Yeah. Dave on about them? Why is he giving it the big one? Man City, yes, I mirrored you. Newcastle against Brentford. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Brentford win. What are you going for?
I'll go 2-1 in Newcastle.
Southampton against Crystal Palace.
Palace 2-0.
Yeah. 3-1, I reckon. Southampton are poor. The Merseyside derby is back. Liverpool against Everton.
What, it's at Liverpool, is it?
Aye.
Is it? Oh,
The one that got thingied, won it?
Right.
I
don't know. I thought it must be. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw.
I see Liverpool slipping up now. Like, they've been hit hard, haven't they? They're out the Champions League. They're out. They haven't won the Carabao Cup. I'm going to go on same ones each, Gary. And then finishing
off. Just fell off a cliff edge, hasn't it?
Totally. I think I'm lucky that they're so far ahead because they would have definitely chucked it away.
Mm-hmm.
There've been 3 or 4 points in it. Chelsea against Tottenham on the 3rd of April. Chelsea at home.
I say Chelsea winning that one. 3-1.
3-1. That was exactly what I was going to say. Peter Tate saying a Liverpool hangover. He's laughing. Dave Armstrong that way. Drew 1-1 at Goodison in the league. Says Geordie Toon for life. Rashford hasn't played for Man United for the last 18 months. Says Peter Tate and I. Nail on the head, mate. Nail on the head.
He's right.
Yes. Right. Well, that's it then. Talking Turfs done for another week. Can you
2 weeks.
show that?
2 weeks in it. Come back after the break.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll come on. When will we come on? After the break. The games are on the... We're on the 1st, aye. So maybe he's come on the 2nd. Or the Toon are at home. We'll come on the 3rd.
Aye.
We'll have Chelsea Tottenham in the back run. 3rd of April, 8 o'clock. We'll be on. Aye?
Yep. Happy days.
Good go, lads.
Aye, thanks very much for everyone coming on.
Class 1 the neat, lads. Melly, I'm free now. Hold on. Nah, I'm going to ring him up. All right, Colin, just answer, man. The rest of your mates have come on. What an absolute dick. Thanks very much, everybody, for coming on. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Yeah.